Hello everyone, how's it going? Today I'll be doing a quick review on Submagic at the end of this video. Now before we start, if I do catch your interest in Submagic throughout this video, I do have a link in the description that will get to the end of this video. Now before we sync, you should be taken to the main page where you can either log in or create an account. Once you've done that, you should be taken to the dashboard of your account. Now it won't exactly look like how it looks like on my screen because I do have existing projects, so do keep that in mind. However, it will give you prompts to go ahead and start your first video with Submagic. But of course, if you do already have an account, you can go ahead and click new video. And here is where you can go ahead and upload your video of choice. So the upload size limit is 2000 megabytes, so do keep that in mind. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and use a clip that I use within my other projects, which is just a clip of Alex Hormozi speaking on a podcast. So what I can do is I can go ahead and change the name of this project. I can change it between English or other languages. But for the most part, you want to go ahead and just click upload. And then while it's uploading, it will start to generate auto AI captions, which I'll go ahead and further explain now. Okay, so once your clip has been uploaded, as you can see, we are on the styles tab. So there's a couple tabs that we'll be going through this video. So there's styles, captions, B-rolls, and boost. We'll be starting off with the style area. So as you can see, there are plenty of styles you can choose for your captions. There is Hormozi's, there's Iman's, there's Mr. Beast's, and plenty more. To preview these styles, you can simply just go ahead and choose one and play the video. I'm going to go ahead and mute this so I can explain it. So as you can see, there is the Hormozi one style. What you can do is actually keep it here as shown, and then go ahead and change the styles to have a look at them. So this is the Mr. Beast, and then this is Iman's as well. All very popular styles. So I'll go ahead and show you what Submagic have done with your clip before you've even started editing anything. So I'll go ahead and choose the Mr. Beast style and click play.
When they want to sell stuff, they talk about the widgets, right? They talk about TSA, they talk about checking their bag and taking their shoes off and who they're going to sit.
So as you can see, it has added a cool Mr. Beast font with some nice little emojis coming out of it, which gives it a lot more character. And you can do this with any of these fonts as shown on the screen. Now there are certain themes that do have emojis. So as you can see within the Hormozi 1 theme, there's a little smiley face in the top right corner. This indicates that there are emojis within this theme and they will pop up. And of course, themes without the emoji means that there aren't any emojis. Now this can obviously be edited. So let's say I wanted to use the Iman theme. I can of course go ahead and edit the theme Iman, and I can go ahead and choose to change the font, add boldness. I can change the color, the size, whether it's capital or not capital at all, give it shadow, and do a lot of things as you can see on my screen. And then the option between adding an auto emoji or having it set as none, it's entirely up to you. Let's say I wanted to add it. I'll go ahead and click auto, and then go ahead and add emoji animation, click yes. So overall, when it comes to these themes, it is very adjustable and you can choose it to whatever you like. And another thing you can do is you can change the portrait size. So if I click on original, I can change it from a 9:16 to a 4:5, etc. So moving on, we're now going to go ahead and have a look at the captions area, where of course you can go ahead and edit your captions and do a lot of cool things. So starting off, if we scroll down here, as you can see, there are plenty of captions that they've automatically done for us, which saves a lot of time. So starting off, a couple cool things that you can do within your captions is you can add an emoji. So if I go ahead and click this caption here, which already has an existing emoji, and if I play the video,
When they want to sell stuff, they talk about.
as you can see, it gives you a quick glance of that emoji that has been added. And of course you can change this by simply just clicking on the emojis tab, or if there is an emoji there, you can click the little smiley face, and then you can go ahead and change it. So let's say I wasn't happy with the money bag and I wanted, for example, this flying cash here. I can click that. As simple as that. And if I play the video back,
When they want to sell stuff,
it changes the emoji and gives it a cool animation. Another cool thing within certain captions is I can emphasize a certain area. So I can click this paintbrush right here and choose to emphasize this caption. So if I click yes, as you can see, it makes the background a bit more black to really show emphasis on a certain clip. Now for the most part, if you do only have 2 words within a caption, it doesn't work exactly as well as you might think it would. So let's say if I go ahead and add emphasis here and play the video.
when they want to sell stuff, they talk.
As you can see, it kind of goes through that emphasis bit and doesn't exactly stick there for too long because I do have only 2 words within this caption. However, if you did have sentences for your captions, it will definitely work very well. So it is based on what, of course, you are going for. If you have short and quick captions like I do, then it might not work. However, if you have longer captions, it will definitely work. Another cool thing that you can add is you can add a sound effect to your emoji. So I have the money logo here as shown. I'll go ahead and quickly remove that emphasis. And then I can go ahead and add a sound effect. So I'll click the music button. And because it's money, I can go ahead and click the money sound effect. Now, another thing you can do is you can add highlight words. So as you can see with sell here, it is green and it has a green underline. I can click this and then go and choose between my color options that I explained before. So if I wanted sell to be yellow, I can go ahead and click that and change it through my color waves. And one of the final features for the captions area is you can actually add words to your dictionary. So if I go ahead and click add, I can add words that the AI might not pick up. You can also add words that are paired with certain emojis. So if I go ahead and click add word, and let's say I say the word money, like I've already clicked here, the emoji that I choose within this area here will pop up with money. So now when I say money or money is being spoken of in a certain clip, this emoji will be relevant to that and will pop up within that certain caption. So these cool little features here just make things a lot more time efficient. So let's say every time you said money, you wanted the emoji to pop up, you can add this here and it will do it for you. So moving on to the B-rolls area, it is pretty self-explanatory. You can add B-roll to certain captions. So let's say I wanted to add B-roll to this area here, I can click the plus option, and then I can choose to add an animation to this as well. So let's say I wanted film burn, I can click that. And then I can choose the video. So I'll click this little play button here, and then I'll go ahead and type in what I want. So he's talking about checking out. So I'm going to simply type in airport like shown, and then I can go ahead and choose this B-roll here. and then click apply again. So now if I go ahead and play this clip,
They talk about TSA. They talk about checking the bag and taking their shoes off and who they're going to sit next to on the plane and the seat and how long the flight's going to be and the modules and the
there you go. So it adds a cool little B-roll. And I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but there also was a sound effect to when it swapped to the B-roll. You can also adjust this by clicking the music option here and then choosing the sound effect. There's also an option to add a GIF. I don't see the exact need to add a GIF within your short form content, but that is each to their own. You can choose to add a GIF or an image, and of course you can adjust the size of it. So the B-roll area is pretty self-explanatory. There isn't too much to cover. You can simply add your B-roll, add a cool sound effect, or even add a GIF or image. You can also choose to use their AI option, which auto adds zooms and B-rolls to your video. Now there are pros and cons to using the automatic AI option. Pros being that it does save you a lot of time, so you don't have to go through each individual caption and add a B-roll or a sound effect. The cons being that it is AI generated, so it isn't going to be always perfect, and it might add too much or too less of your B-roll choice. But again, if you are pumping out a lot of these quick and easy videos, I highly recommend choosing the AI option, as it will save you a lot of time. Again, another cool feature to have for Submagic. So moving on to the boost area, if we go ahead and click this, as you can see, you can get a AI hook title generated, a description, you can add your logo branding, and even your own music. So the AI hook title is for a premium plan, so if I were to click it, you do have to upgrade to the growth and business plan, which I'll be explaining at the end of the videos for the pricing. However, you can get a AI generated description for free. So if I click this little option here, it will start to generate my description. There you go. And now it says the description here. Now, if you are making quick content and a lot of these videos, I do recommend this because it just creates a description for you on the topic of your video, of course. But again, it is all AI generated. And if you are making just quality content, I would recommend simply just adding your own description, or you can use this as a starter or a foundation. Another great thing you can do is you can add your logo or branding. So if I were to flip this on, I can choose to add an image. So let's say my logo for let's say my YouTube channel, I can add that here, or can I add text? So let's say I wanted to add my YouTube channel, which is affiliation, and then go ahead and reposition this. As you can see, there is my tag. So now that way no one can go ahead and steal my content. And then if I wanted to go ahead and add music, I can go ahead and flip this switch here and drag in my music of choice, which is a cool little option to have. Now, if you did want to use their premium music, which they have offered here, you do need to have a paid plan. So let's say I wanted to add my Inspire and click apply. It will tell you that you do have to upgrade to a pro plan or above. Still having the option to add your own music is really great, so you don't actually have to pay for that, which is a great call by Submagic. So regards to features, that is what you can do with Submagic. What I can also choose to do is I can save this and edit this for later if I wanted to. Or let's say I was happy, I can go ahead and click export. And then of course, once you export it, you can go ahead and download it and upload it to wherever you'd like. But overall, there's a lot of cool features you can do and choose and edit within Submagic. It allows you to quickly create a lot of quick content, with most of it being AI generated, so you don't have to do too much editing. Of course, it does give you the ability to go through each clip and each caption and edit them to your liking. The only thing is, some of the cool features that you can't exactly access are behind a paywall. So now I'll go ahead and talk about the pricing for Submagic. So there are 3 plans you can choose between. There is the starter plan, the growth plan, and the business plan. Now, before I explain these plans, if you do choose the yearly option, you will save up to 40%. If I were to switch that off, as you can see, there is a price increase within each plan. So starting off with the starter plan, this is mainly used for people just starting to create content. You get 20 videos per month, you get no custom templates, and you get 2 minutes per video. The key features with the starter plan is that you get no watermark, you get AI auto captions, free B-roll, trimming, AI descriptions, and you can have unlimited users within your plan. The next is the growth plan, which is used by 80% of Submagic's customers. This is just a step up from starter. So with the growth plan, you get unlimited videos, 5 custom templates, 5 minutes per video, and you get everything in the starter plan. However, you do also get premium B-roll with story blocks, folder management, an AI hook title, download subtitles, custom fonts, and AI auto cut, and you can get subtitles worth 300 minutes per month. Next is the business plan. So if you are an agency or video editing company, you can of course choose the business plan, which with the business plan, you get unlimited videos, unlimited custom templates, you get 10 minutes per video, and you get everything in the growth and plus plan. Plus you get 4K import and export, 60 FPS export, and you get 1,000 subtitle minutes per month. So again, all of these are pretty self-explanatory to which plan is correct for you. If you are just starting with content creation, the starter plan. If you're trying to grow from being a starter and you're getting a bit more comfortable, definitely the growth. And of course, if you are a whole business, you'd of course choose the business plan. So end of my Submagic review. Hopefully I've allowed you to decide whether or not Submagic is right for you. Again, if you are into quick content creation, I highly recommend using Submagic, as it does most of the work for you, as well as it gives you the ability to edit anything you'd like. Definitely give it a look. Again, there will be a link in the description down below that you can go ahead and try. Thanks again for watching my video, and I hope to see you guys next time.